Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of March 16th through the 22nd. And during that time, we'll have a waning gibbous moon, and that's a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth, a good time to make positive changes and have the potential to grow, get rid of some bad habits and negative thinking, and just kind of move towards achieving your goals and accomplishments. So I know we're all coming off of that really intense um, full moon lunar eclipse energy, which was a little bit crazy last week. So keep those moon energies in mind as you move through this week, and we kind of do that little exhale. Things get a little bit calmer this week. So Pisces, since my readings are free to you, all I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button. It really does help my channel, and it's a super easy thing for you to do. So I'll give you just a moment to do that right now. And I would like to thank you so much for doing that. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you for coming back and helping me build a community here. I really do appreciate your time. All right, this will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter this week. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Pisces, your overall message card for this reading is you are good enough. I always think when I see that card, I think of that SNL skit. You are good enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. Can't remember the character's name, but very funny. Just, showing my age there. As I'm shuffling the tarot, I would like to remind you to notice the world around you today, and not only just today, but every day when it comes to synchronicities. So this could be repeating number patterns that you're seeing, songs that you might overhear, or maybe just a little snippet of a conversation you might hear. But watch for the synchronicities. And the one thing I'll focus on today is animals. If you see an animal that is not something that you normally see in your day-to-day life, it could be that whatever situation you're in, that's the universe showing you to use the attributes of that animal to attack a certain situation or be a certain way. So, if you do see an animal that's kind of out of place for you, look up the spirit meaning of that animal and see if there's something that you're supposed to take on, some attribute or something. So, all right, we've already got a card flying out here for you. Pisces, March 16th through the 22nd. You are good enough. All right. First card, your overall present energy is the King of Swords. So, really sitting in a place where you're knowledgeable about, just your intellect and the way you communicate. You know who you are, and that's a good energy to be sitting in. You're just very confident about that this week. Your current situation is that you're on a new journey. So, something looks like something has maybe happened to just kind of push you a little off the cliff there and get you on some sort of new journey, which is very exciting. At the root of your situation is the Ace of Wands. So maybe there's been some sort of passion, something that's come through. It's like a new thing that you love. This could be in the way of a person. It could be a new relationship for you, but it could be also like a thing, a material thing that you love. This could be so many different things. This could be like an activity or a hobby or some sport thing that's come to life. Just something that you're like, oh, I love that. I want to put some time, and it's kind of just lighting your fire, which is really awesome. Could be a book that came into your life. You love this book and you're really into reading it this week. So many different ways in which the Ace of Wands can, so many different things it can represent. In your recent past is the Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like, there's been some sort of evolution in your life, and you're kind of turning a page on something that's maybe a little bit new to you. And this is just how life goes. I always think of the wheel in the sky keeps turning when I see this song, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. That's because things are ever changing. So it looks like you've definitely had some sort of something here in your recent past starting you off on this new journey, and you're kind of turning a new leaf, and you're being reminded that you are good enough. What's on your mind this week is maybe a little bit of dissatisfaction. And this could be, sometimes when we do have change and things that are pushing us, things that are like you're being pushed forward into a new path. But sometimes the dissatisfaction kind of comes in the letting go of the old you, or the letting go of the old way of being. And I'm kind of getting that sense. I had another reading this week where that felt like that was the case. It might have been Libra. I'm not sure. But if you're a cross watcher, in this case, if you have you might want to look at your partner's reading also to see, sometimes these readings do intertwine. I see repeating cards and different things that kind of come up through. And I think, oh, well, maybe this one's a friend with that one or in a relationship with that one. So, there is definitely a thread that I see throughout all of these different readings. So just a little reminder for you if you want to check out other readings for people that are around you that might be closely involved with your life. What is in your immediate future right here is the Three of Wands. So, this goes perfectly with this Fool card because this is a card about new ventures. And, this can even be a card of travel for some of you, but this is about, new things. So look at this Wheel of Fortune. You got things turning, you're taking on this new path. And here we are, new ventures, lots of wands. So what are you leaving behind? Maybe something that's a little, I'm just thinking just like it's a little wistful that maybe, if this is a new job for you, it's a new journey. Sometimes you're thinking about the people that you've left behind, and that could be a little bit sad. And just so when you're leaving something behind, you're trying to move into a more positive place, but of course there's always maybe that little twinge of sadness there of the things that you're having or people that you're having to leave behind. In your advice position is the Hermit card. So this is telling you to go within and really, just really think about these things. You may be trying to think about, do I want to take this trip? Am I ready for this new venture? And make sure that you're taking your own personal wisdom into these new areas, these new things in which you're engaging yourself in. You have learned some things along your unique path here. And this, the Hermit, I always like to point out that the Hermit is only lighting, this lamp is only lighting just his next step. It's not lighting up the whole world. It's just the next step that you're taking, but you're going to be very careful and go within to really make sure that you're making those decisions in the correct way for yourself. What is beyond your control this week is the Hanged Man. Goes right along with these cards. New perspective. Whatever this turning of this wheel, new path, new ventures, new perspective. Hermit. I love it. I love it. This is all kind of you turning a new leaf, and it's like taking a breath, like, oh, the world is a little different today. I've had that feeling recently. I always wonder about the astrology with some things because it's like I just wake up some days and I'm like, the world just feels different. I'm not even sure what's changed. And it's like, I always think of that guy. I think of Neo in the Matrix when he kind of has a moment like that where he notices something and he goes, "Oh, upgrades." And I do that quite a bit where I think something is just different today. I can't even really put my finger on what it is, but could be some upgrades. And maybe you're having that in your life, just like these personal upgrades where your life is just getting a little better. And you're not really quite sure why, but that's pretty awesome. What is your secret desire or what you're trying to avoid is the Lovers card. So that's very interesting. Is this a new venture? Did you meet someone? Are you trying to maybe renew something in a relationship here? That's very interesting. And because that's kind of in your question, is it your secret desire to either have a new relationship or renew the one that you're in? Or are you trying to avoid having a new relationship or renewing that one? So that's kind of your big question of the week is what are you doing in the world of relationships? How is that you're trying to remove or trying to renew something or remove something or kind of upgrade something. That's your really big question this week. So that's very interesting that the Lovers card comes up in that position for you. In your outcome position is the Knight of Wands. So here we are with this Ace of Wands, and we've got these ones with new ventures. Here we are. We got this Lovers card. This is kind of representative of Gemini there, I believe. And Knight of Wands, this is your outcome. So this kind of says that you are going to forge ahead, and rather steadily. This is not kind of the crazy of the Knight of Swords, which that horse looks like, wow, what's going on? But the Knight of Wands is no slacker either. This is a nice, steady, good pace that you're going to move forward in. So that's pretty exciting there. What is being hidden from you? Let me grab a drink here this week. Mm. Hidden from you is the Chariot card. So this is our card of movement. So you may not make a big move on this week because this is hidden from you, but you're certainly thinking about it. You're certainly, you're on this new path. You're thinking about the future here and what you want to do. The Hermit, you're kind of going within, you're looking at this new perspective. So this might be a pretty big change for you, and you're not really quite ready to make a move just yet this week. But do keep in mind your overall message. You are good enough. So when you're ready to make that first move, You're good enough to do that. And you are, it looks like you're being very, isn't this is our oversensitive Pisces here that's very methodical. We're not making big, huge steps without really thinking about it. But once you do, you're kind of off and running. Let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Accept what is. It is what it is because that is what it is. We're going to get another card here too. Sometimes the last week I had this, whoa, quite a few flyers coming out. Let's just read them. Since I was really being pulled to give you some other messages, we're just going to take all of them. There's quite a few. Let's take them. Bust out of your cocoon, Pisces. Admit your vulnerabilities. All right, forgive and forget. So many cards here. Make better choices. Accept disappointments gracefully. So, a lot of that does kind of go into accept what is. It looks like there's a lot of kind of back and forth here. And again, this is probably your big card. Is this lover's card? Is this has to do with a relationship? So all those messages that I just read kind of apply that to this question that you're asking yourself. And that is, do you want to stay where you're at, or are you trying to move forward with this person, or improve things with this person, kind of take your relationship to the next level? So Pisces, very interesting reading for you guys this week. I don't see, again, a lot of activity, but there's certainly this stuff is on your mind, and that's really interesting. So I do appreciate your time here with me today. If there was something interesting in this reading or feedback that you want to give me, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are going through. It helps me help you. Also, I do readings every week, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy continues or if there's something totally new here for you. Maybe by next week you've made a decision, and we can look into that. Um, so also, if you do like my reading style, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help my channel, and I would appreciate that so much, and it'll help you find me next week. So Pisces, thank you so much, and have a good time with this information this week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.